22, so that slammed to the face, flattened his face, a bunch of chiclets go flying, and Bitey Pete just has a stupid look as he falls back over into the grease. Oh! Ultra violence. She's gonna concentrate on healing Capra for 6 with another lay on hands. She's really unsure. Cog?
Cog is going to defensively move into the grease.
Okay. He needs to make an acrobatics check.
Okay. Cog's acrobatics is plus 12.
Dugan Schmerv giggled when the guy got punched.
19 on the acrobatics check.
Makes it.
Okay. And then he's going to ready to defensively flurry Javner when there's a flank.
Okay. Dingleberry.
Dingleberry. Dingleberry is going to draw the sap that he has.
Yep.
I think he has. A second. We'll just confirm that he does indeed. I think he's got a sap. He's not a. He does have a sap. So he's going to draw the sap. He's going to arcane strike the sap.
Okay.
And he's going to try to.
You kind of wiggle the sap, and a bunch of magic flows from your I don't know. From your hands and glowing sap.
Let's sap your ass.
You fucking killed Bitey Pete!
Quiet! Go to sleep! AC 15.
Yeah, you're just kind of slapping the outside of his armor. This guy's like a little fucking turtle. Javner Screech.
I appreciate the build, by the way.
You're gonna pay for that! You're gonna pay for that! He turns around and then he looks at Slake. He looks like he wants to get the fuck out of here now. Between agony tearing Bitey Pete's neck open and Slake punching his lights out, literally,
he's just not in a great position for escape-a-roo because he's kind of
he needs to make a. He's going to try to take a step, which is a move. He's going to try to move through the grease.
So that provokes an AOO, unless he has tumble.
Oh fuck sakes! Yes, he has
full plate or his heavy armor.
His acrobatics is shit. He needs to cut his way out of this. Okay, so his acrobatics is 3, 7, 10, and then his armor brings that to
should be minus, but is masterwork
1 and 3 minus 4, so it's plus 6. So he
will.
will.
What kind of shield does he have?
I already included the shield.
Okay.
So plus 6. He's going to attempt to tumble.
Okay, and that'll be a quarter speed tumble.
Yep. He fails, so his movement provokes if he makes his acrobatics to move through the crap, which he does. The DC of DD's first level spell, I believe, is that. Let me double check. Yep.
Yep.
So he starts moving through the grease, and he provokes an AOO from a bunch of you. Now, his armor's pretty good, so he might actually fare quite well. Agony gets the first AOO. It's the bite. He misses. Slake gets the next AOO. He's power attacking because he's a madman.
He wakes him up in the morning. He rings the little bell.
Yeah, yep. A power attacking Slake with Bard Song is 1d4 plus 19. He punches the little guy, leaving a dent in the back of his armor. He's now at 40 damage, still standing, although I believe that's... yeah, that's bloodied. And then it's Capra who gets the AOO.
He's going to sap him.
Yep.
AC 21.
Missed. And Cog. Actually, it was Cog, then Capra, but...
So Cog is going to take his first AOO.
Yep.
And then this guy's moving through the flank, so that his braid action goes off and he gets smacked 2 times.
Yeah, he's trying to wade his way through the grease. He's stepping on the body of his buddy and trying to get through, and he's like, yeah. So first is your AOO, and then it's your flurry, right? Your ready to action flurry in the flank. Okay.
Yeah. So the bonus to hit is...
He's just ducking under his shield and trying to get out of there.
AC 14, and then the flurry.
Yep, in the flank with Agony.
Yeah, goes from this ace.
Alright, so Javner, that's difficult terrain while it's tumbling, so it is 20 feet to get to there.
Does he have to do it again?
He can't step out of it.
No, because he's in difficult terrain.
That didn't go very well. Stupid Grace! Falling around. He's going to just stab at Agony out of frustration. Like, Agony's kind of in his way, so he stabs, and Agony kind of pushes the blade off to the side with practiced monk moves, and yeah, it's too hard in his armor and his shield. He doesn't want to drop his shield. He's going to attack Agony again. He's like trying to now cut his way out of the problem. AC 12? No, Agony just basically blocks the other way.
Cut way deeper into our territory.
He's cutting, and Agony's just basically pushing the guy's wrist off to the side, and the sword's going off to the side. He's got much more reach than the little guy does, so he's like dragon handling the gnome, or gnome handling. I don't know. Who's the man in the handle? I guess the guy who's doing the handling, or is it because you're a man and you're being handled? Manhandling.
You don't. Well, do you manhandle a pig?
Yes. So Agony is dragon handling.
Dragon handling.
Okay. All right. That was Javner's Breath's go. He tried to get away from you guys out of that like weird flanking position. He's in no better position. Well, slightly closer to the exit, and he tries to cut his way through the sorcerer monk that is the Dragonborn Agony of Coals, and fails to do so. Dugenschmirf, who's flying around and whipping tiny little things with great telekinetic force, moves into a flank with Slake.
Now you think you can leave my territory without my permission? Where's your tax?
Fuck you, you're the ones that owe us tax! How long have you been living here? All of you!
This is the last time I slept with your mother. AC 29.
You send a little piece of shrapnel. Fucking damn. Mark and his builds are so aggressive. I think the Atomi was worth 1 level too. This is a 2nd level whatever, like telekinesis.
The Atomi was 1 level that gave you sneak attack.
Yeah, that's right. 63 damage. He is not raging. He has got, I don't know.
Lots of hit points. Tough little guy.
Yeah, he's really tough. He's still standing. He's in single digits. Bitey Pete is dead. I'm just going to remove him from it. Agony of Coles, who has dropped his polearm and is in
To Frank.
tear him up mode. Claw bite is a full round action. Three.
Of the people here, he's the one with the most legitimate. Do we have a legitimate claim to this place? I don't know how long he's been squatting here. It's been months.
It was a month before you guys arrived.
So it's 2 months, which is about the right time for people who are like checking for squatters. Yeah, it's around.
He missed the first one. The second attack, he did not declare a power attack. Is +8, +9 with Bard Song, +10 with, plus 11 with flank. So AC 25. So he caught him with one of the claws for 1d4 plus 6 damage with Bard Song. 9 damage. I think drops Javner to -2. Yes, he is unconscious. Which means that he did hit with the bite. I don't know if Agony is... Agony considers this his home at this point in time, and these guys came into his home. I think it's all going to be part of the same attack. Like he rolled it.
It was a full, yeah.
We rolled it. So let's see. A little bastard loses his dex and then falls prone, and then his.
So it's 9 plus his dex is what goes away.
Yep. So Agony hit with the bite for 1d6 plus 6. Hey, Lycan, how's it going?
Does he have a 13 con?
Yeah, it's 83 damage, which means he's at -13, and the gnome soldier has a con of 14.
No.
He's still alive and he falls to the ground. Slake. I think Slake just makes sure that he's okay. Slake picks up the gnome and kind of tosses him out of the grease. Kind of like bats him out of the grease. And then he picks up Bitey Pete, shakes him. He's not a healer. He doesn't know if the guy's dead or not. And then realizes that he's dead and just sort of drops him down to the ground. Dewdrop's like... She's been concentrating on Capra's wounds. And she actually has to help her companions, like people she knows, that ask for help. And she's kind of shielding her eyes from what was going on with the busyness of making Capra okay. I'll make you all better. You'll be okay.
It'll be fine. We just need to, clean up.
5 lay on hands. We're not in
just need
trouble
to-
with the local gang.
We just have a rat problem. We just need to, take care of the infestation.
Cog carefully removes himself from the grease as a full round action. Dingleberry, and then we're gonna jump out of combat.
Dingleberry.
Well, actually, no, we're
It's
gonna
going-
do one more roll because before Dewdrop can try to stabilize the guy, he might just die of his wounds.
Capra's going to move into the grease.
Yep.
We'll see if Capra falls on his face. We don't fall on our face. And I pick up my bow. I move in. I put away the great club. I pick up my bow.
Okay.
And my bow.
The bow that you just bought, right?
The bow that I just bought. Yeah, I just bought. Just bought.
Okay. Javner Spreet gets a single roll. Now,
Come on, bye.
He's at minus 13 damage, so this is a DC 23 con check, and he's got a con of 14. I think we said D20 makes it. Like, I think there's always a chance.
There's always a chance.
Yeah. Nope. Oh, might have been Slake pushing him out of there, or like just rolling around in his armor. And there's the things that got sent into his flesh from Dugenschmirf are like just chopped up some vital blood pathways, arteries and veins, and he's just leaking in his armor. Who the fuck were they? I'm not sure. And Agony takes a step back and scritches his, it's called a jowl.
Like a dog, the jowls.
Yep. The little fleshy thing underneath his chin. There are other fleshy things that lizards have, and frogs, like the big puffing things, and some rabbits have them, are called, oh, I just had the name.
When Ahmed gets back, we need to ask him what kind of biology he studied in university, because the dude's got a biology degree. I have no idea in what. Is he like a...
Dewlaps. Like big kind of, like, almost like
Brr.
growths. Frogs have them. Some rabbits have them, like big kind of fleshy things. Some lizards have these, like, weird throat things. But no, jowl, it's a jowl that Agony always scritches. He doesn't have, like, a big bulgy thing.
Well, they're rats, and I was officially told that I'm supposed to remove rats and other types of infestations as part of the deal to keep humanity safe with the Fae and everybody going to get along together because of the Great Pact. So if they're rats, then I'm supposed to get rid of them.
Well, what have you brought me there, you pretties?
And there's a sack full of, like, a significant amount of loot.
Does it look like loot from local businesses and or...
So in the bag, it are a bunch of, like, sloshing bags full of coins. Like, we're talking a lot of coins.
How a lot are we talking?
There's probably several thousand silver and maybe a few hundred gold. There's a carved ivory statuette of an elephant, a fine fire opal pendant on a gold chain, and an old masterpiece painting of an imperial galleon, still in its frame, kind of stuffed into the bag. There's also a beautiful dark wood great club.
I don't think this stuff belongs to...
In a sack that the gnome was carrying is much smaller. There is what looks like a silver sparkly engagement ring, a green gem, and a couple of potions.
So Capra is still going, it's continuing, it said, ooh, yeah, I think we have to return this to where it belongs. He's putting his rat smasher into the sack and he's pulling out the Darkwood Great Club.
Okay.
He's like, yeah, we gotta give this back to the people that they took it from.
They're a local gang. They, I guess, well, as much as gangs think that they run things, but most of their territory is here. As in, I think they run the old stacks from a gang perspective.
But did he really?
They might have been on their rounds, i.e., like collecting stuff from, people who live here.
So what you're saying is that they intended to collect taxes from us.
Well, that's what he said.
Well, no, you see, the problem is it's not really taxes because they're rats. So rats don't really do taxing so much as they leech or destroy or infest. These are the words that you use. So the rat infestation in the old stacks is a problem that human civilization and the Empire needs people like us to take care of. I'm a rat catcher. They're rats.
Well, I tell you what, it's nice of them to drop off their attacks, says Dugan Smurf.
With the Darkwood Great Club already sort of stowed on his back, we really need to give this back to the people it belongs to.
Dugan,
Yes, my dear.
wasn't that guy that we found out with that might have connections to the black market, wasn't he a rat?
Yes, I think you're right.
Oh, you shouldn't be dealing with rats. Rats can't be trusted.
Hold up. What? Explain yourselves. What have you two been doing?
Well, we've been looking around trying to find Undertown, and Undertown is like a place, and sometimes there's a black market in Undertown, but Undertown's hidden. I don't know where it is, but we found a guy's name. He lives in the neighborhood somewhere. I was gonna tell you honest, but his name is,
She seems a little flustered, like with all the death in front of her. And
Capra is taking care of the death problem. They're sort of like peeling the gear off the dudes, and then they're being pushed off down. They're going to basically be dragged out to that hole in the grate that goes into the sewers. That's what we're going to go hide the bodies.
You're just going to stuff them down there.
Uh-oh, we're going to have to cut the big guy in half.
The big rust monsters are able to get through there. It's a big hole.
his name was, King Killian. He's the Rat King. And you see those little dead rats around their necks? That's their symbol.
They stole my card.
Well, they're the rats of Old Stacks.
They're rats, all right.
King Killian. I don't think he's a rat. In fact, I don't think they like rats because they wear dead rats, but that's aside from the point. Yeah,
So uncivilized.
I think King Killian is the gang leader, and I think he knows about the black market.
Huh. Convenient that they came here, Slake says.
Oh yeah, I don't know why they came here.
It appears that us stoking the fires at the Steelrose Mill have attracted some attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And he's glaring at the fairies.
There we go. Off for disposal.
And gear they had. These guys were two really tough enforcers for their guild. Shall we start the looting?
Oh,
Yeah.
we can start the looting. Actually,
I-
if you can start the looting with Ahmed, I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Yep.
Ahmed,
Okay.
you're on right control.
No problem.
No, I'm just going to copy pasta and I'll go through.
Copy passes also makes it less encryption errors or decode errors. You know,
Nice.
Yep.
Because I like to put code for my treasure. Yeah.
All right. These guys have a Masterwork Longsword, a +1 breastplate small, a goblin-faced amulet that is magical. There's a Masterwork Heavy Steel Shield small, a +1 battle axe, an amulet of Mighty Fist +1, a ring of protection +1, a composite short bow, strength 18. The bag of goods include a couple of potions and a Darkwood Great Club that is +1.
Nice.
These goods, you guys suspect, were taken from nearby businesses and families. Like they were doing their rounds. You're also
Okay.
guessing by the mismatched nature of some of like the magical gear that they were carrying that they might also keep stuff that they get.
You know, these items. Did anybody help out Cog? Like, how much healing did you guys put another potion into him?
No. After combat, Dewdrop will help Cog.
Okay.
How much healing does he need?
He's at 12 damage, so another 24.
Got it.
I have a wand, but I don't. If she can
No.
bust it out.
She can, out of combat, she can spend some healing. There's half of it.
Nice.
She'll spend one of her channel positive energy. She'll catch Capra in it to get rid of. That's 6.
3 more. I should be fine now. I will be able to repair the rest of these damages myself. Thank
No.
you, DD.
She gives you another 1.
Or that is much better. Thank you very much, DD. Apparently my speech is affected. There's a weird dent and something that doesn't feel right in his shoulder. The con.
Yep.
Something's not right here. Might have to work on this overnight to repair it.
Yeah, I saw some bolts and gears come tumbling out of you when you fell over.
Yeah, that was quite something.
Those bugs are bad. It's like points at Capra. Make sure
Very
no
bad.
more of them come in here.
Very bad. Those antennas are very dangerous. Does the amulet that you mentioned, does that include the amulet with the crocodile teeth?
Nope. The crocodile teeth amulet will turn out to be a worm fang amulet, which is just making your unarmed attacks magical. It's like the starter of an amulet of mighty fists.
Yeah. Thank you, stream. There's also an amulet that I saw around the neck of the flying one up
Wait,
there.
that's somebody's pet?
All right, yes. Yeah, no counting for taste here in the old stacks, says Dugan. Somebody made that insect eater into a pet.
Yeah, and then it came here.
Are you saying that somebody set those things on purpose?
I don't know.
That thing definitely did not put on its own amulet. That's for sure. Cog's gonna go and retrieve it.
Okay.
Very carefully.
Yeah, you careful not to take the kind of curled up
Yeah.
antennae. But yeah, you gather up all the stuff and end up. Capra stuffs the bodies down into the sewer. Are you doing anything, Cog, with the rust monster bits?
You know what? He's going to first test it to see how aggressive it still is. He's gonna take like just a piece of metal and just put it near it, see what happens.
Yeah, you realize that using. Well, your first test was to use one of your metal tools that you could spare, and you kind of like dug it in to try to get it to unfold, and your metal tool was starting to degrade. So you're like, it still has some efficacy, not quite as much as when it was alive, but you're pretty sure you can touch the outsides of it, maybe with a glove, without getting the stuff on you. With knowledge dungeoneering checks, you can harvest the antennae off of these things. Because they are aberrations.
I have religion and nature. I don't have
Nature. You could do it with a different DC. DD can help.
survival. I have a survival as well.
DD Ace.
Okay, I'll do nature. +2 from DD. Oh, 14.
Okay. You don't make any progress with one of the rust monsters. You aren't able to
Salvage it.
to get to salvage it. Yeah.
Okay, there's
It
two
ends
more?
up falling apart and it's kind of useless. DD continues to aid with the next one. Yep.
27.
Okay, you harvest off of the female both of her antennae, and they are perfectly preserved. They can be used as some sort of alchemical component, or some sort of horrible rust bomb, or maybe even yeah, like you could make it into something.
Um,
And then there's one body that you'll have to rush to get Capra not to stuff down into the sewers. And you and Dee Dee are able to go and get that one if you want.
Yeah, I would.
She does not aid but does not hinder.
Okay. 28.
Okay, so you have 4 rust monster antennae.
Nice. Excellent. I'm not exactly sure how to use this, but definitely test it out. He remembers not to show it to the what's it called?
Slake?
No, not Slake. The those the clerics.
Oh, the
I'm pretty sure they wouldn't appreciate that.
the alum knights?
The alumnites, yeah. Sorry. Food coma. I'm fighting the food coma right
That's
now.
all right. You take the antennae-less, or Capra takes the antennae-less bodies of the rust monsters and stuffs them down the hole. You get rid of your bodies into the sewers. They're a bunch of good little psychos.
Bye-bye.
Dewdrop ends up peeking through the items. And let me just see if she, with some of the important items, is able to identify them.
I do have a potion that might help you with this.
Well,
I'll give her an identify potion.
nice. I think the magics that you found
is it,
are.
identify is not personal, right?
It is.
I'm checking identify.
It functions like detect magic. Give me a second.
There's no target.
Nope, it's fine.
Okay, yeah, she can drink it.
So she can identify. This lasts for 9 rounds.
It's 3 rounds probably. Yeah, so 9 rounds.
And identify a properties of magic item takes 3 rounds. So basically, she can identify 3 items, and given that you guys can identify which items are highest power and auras, or most complicated, you're able to get the Goblin-Faced Amulet, which is a natural armor amulet +1 resistance to all saves. It looks like a big, like, bronze Ferengi kind of like amulet. yeah. Big goblin face with large ears. You are able to identify the magical amulet that that Bitey Pete was wearing, which is a amulet of Mighty Fist +1. And the Wormfang amulet is just sort of a weaker version of that, and it was look like a crocodile teeth necklace. Acts as Wormfang amulet. And the +1 items are low enough DC that you're able to just know what they are. What is your craft? Alchemy.
Craft alchemy is 11.
Okay, no problem. 3rd level character, you're able to identify the 3rd level potion. You know what the potions are as well.
Yeah.
So I think we should take just a brief moment to divvy at least some of the important items that are on here.
Yeah.
I think Cog should take the amulet of Mighty Fists +1.
I'll take that.
Okay, I'm putting that onto your sheet.
No, it's okay. I got it.
Got it? Okay.
Yeah.
I think who should get the Wormfang amulet?
Somebody with crappy save. How about a dragon, Fear Boy? Fear Boy runs a lot.
Wormfang just makes his unarmed attacks magical, like without the +1. That's all it does.
It just makes it magical?
Yeah.
Can anybody else wear the amulet? The big amulet. The natural armor amulet.
Oh, the natural armor amulet is also interesting for Agony.
It does the saves and gives him +1 AC, He doesn't have much of a problem doing damage. So he doesn't really need the other one.
His AC's decent. It's like
the
if you
saves.
come across he eventually wants an amulet of plus like an amulet of Mighty Fist as well. This would be useful if you fight something with magic DR.
Why doesn't he have both then? Nobody else his size that wears Magic's Kappa will use it. Kappa doesn't do melee. He can stick with the save one, and if he run into something that needs it, he just flip it in a standard in a round.
I'd say we give the Goblin Face amulet to Capra.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to give Adam anything. Just keep all the game for yourself.
Well, because he's not here for this moment.
He doesn't know. DM point for Adam not to find out.
You could try to trick Slake into wearing the amulet so his punches are magic.
Yeah. How big is it?
It's like
a big gaudy
crocodile.
thing?
It's like a crocodile teeth
No.
necklace.
Does he have to know he's wearing it? Does it have to go around his neck?
Yeah, he has to wear it around his neck.
Because I'm thinking, what if he's asleep? Oh, he doesn't sleep.
Right. You'd almost have to reverse sleight of hand the amulet onto him. Why am I wearing this?
We could lie to him and have him wear it. But why would he, though?
Yeah. Okay, I think the crocodile teeth necklace for now goes on to Agony, although it's an idea. He hits so hard anyways that anything with DR is just gonna
Pop.
Yep. Okay, and then Capra will give the big bold goblin thing, unless we want to give it to like Dugan Schmirf. Oh, my OneNote's having a shit.
Six.
We'll put it on Capra. He's the one that got hit this.
Yeah. Yeah, put it on him. It's fine.
Okay. Hey, we've got a ring of protection. It's the party's first ring of protection.
Slake.
Slake doesn't want to wear magic.
Oh, crap. Who's next on the I can get hit easily? Let's look at Capra.
So,
Okay,
hide body in the basement.
we put the big bronze goblin face picture, like almost like a Ferengi amulet, around Capra's neck. It's +1 natural armor, +1 saves. It's like a.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's nice.
We had considered trying to sneak the crocodile wormfang amulet onto Slake when he wasn't looking, but realized he doesn't sleep and he'd probably break it if he found out.
As soon as he realizes.
Could we make it an item that like wasn't worn, and then we could put it in his teeth bag? We could start feeding, like putting magic teeth.
Oh, you could craft a slotless item and then sneak the slotless item on him, and then it would only affect him when he eventually becomes Forsaker, and it's like he loses his powers for like a week or something like that. And gets really mad, but
Fuck.
Yeah, not for now. So, Cog got his +1 amulet of Mighty Fist.
Yes!
Agony got the Wormfang. Capra got his +1 Darkwood Grey Club.
Oh, it's +1?
It is a +1 Grey Club.
You really need to give this stuff back to the people it came from.
That shit was randomly rolled too, so it was like.
That's awesome. It's very character appropriate.
Yep.
Okay,
a ring of protection. This is what we were talking about. Who gets the party's first ring of protection +1?
Who's the next one that gets smushed?
Normally it would be Slake, but Slake currently, yeah, exactly.
It would, he's not wearing it, so it would either be Capra or DD. But Dee Dee's like invisible flying away doesn't really
Dugan?
invisible flying.
He gets invisible 3 times per day.
Yeah, he's less than.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
A bunch
Dugan.
of points and already got an AC at him.
His AC is 21. If he, yeah, it's pretty easily hit. So let's
Give it to him. Sure, I'm good with that.
Okay.
Here you go, my little friend. Wait, sorry, that was Lemmy. Yeah, this one's for you. Try it.
It's right in front of me. It's a nice shiny ring there. Oh, it gets smaller when you put it on your finger.
He tries to put it on his wrist.
Bigger again. What's more when it's bigger?
Alright, I'll adjust his ACs.
Hmm.
Alright, the Doog. Okay. It's weird. Oh, math. Mark, math. 17.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
13, 17 plus 5, 22. Okay, that makes sense. There's a +1 composite shortbow, strength 18.
Holy bananas.
That's what the bitey guy was wearing.
Well, he liked bows. But holy bananas.
What is Capra's?
16.
Oh.
Full
Dugan's
strength?
Dugan's too small. Cog isn't strong enough. Dewdrop's too small. Slake won't use the magic item. Agony has a 20 strength.
I think it goes there until we get into like a cell mode, or we
Yep.
decide that, you know.
He's carrying a masterwork composite shortbow that he got from
Brigade.
from another treasure pile, so he'll throw that one back. That's definitely a sell. I think we're selling the small longsword. I don't think anyone can use it. Dee Dee might, but the small steel shield, the small breastplate +1, I think, goes into the sell pile. +1 battle axe.
That's nice.
But what's his name's not using it either, right? Wait, does he have to know it's magical?
You could lie to him.
That is a short-term bonus for long-term drama.
Nah. Agony? Can Agony use it?
He can. He doesn't want
Care
it.
that much?
No,
Okay, sell pile.
unless Capra needs a slashing weapon that's magical. Like, does he need one of?
He doesn't have any slashing. Like, his slashing weapon got disintegrated in the last fight. He has a dagger.
Okay.
It'll be a...
Do you want to use it?
I'll carry it until it is
Take
like
it.
a lair. Yeah.
Take it for now.
Okay, 20 arrows. I think those go on Capra.
That would be nice, because I used a lot last fight.
Okay, that is updated.
Spend some time crafting arrows.
I craft taxidermy.
Oh, useful skill. Cool. Just kidding. It's good flavor. It's good flavor. Bonus points for awesomeness. Yeah, arrowless archer.
Okay,
He's
you
weird.
guys have some monies.
Abundant
And then the silver zircon engagement ring. Somebody really loved their wife. Or their fiance.
I was thinking of turning the antennas into little ammunition that Dugan can fire at armored dudes. Here's a
What are
couple
you
of these
doing
things.
with the potions, the gold coins, the old masterwork painting, the carved statuette? Like, what are you doing with stuff that is obviously
Somebody's?
from the neighborhood?
I think it would be a good gesture if we just return it. I wouldn't necessarily have to say who it was from or how it was returned, but if we can kind of figure out where they came from. Leave them to people.
Oh, that would be nice, but how do we... I guess we
Not
can
from
ask
us.
around.
Yeah, and the first person you ask is gonna say, yeah, it's all mine.
Why don't we? Okay, we could give it to Granomir, and Granomir could set up a lost and found.
Ugh.
And then Granomir might reward us for putting it in his lost and found.
I'm not
I'd
sure.
like to return it. Go ahead.
I just don't know how.
Canvassing the neighborhood to return items that were taken by a gang.
It might put us in danger as well, which I don't need. None of us.
That's
do.
right, because they sent their 2 goons here, and they're never going to find out what happened to them.
I'm fairly certain that the correct nomenclature is a pack, a horde, or a plague. Sometimes swarm. They're not a gang, they're rats. They come in plagues, they come in swarms, they come in packs.
I say we limit who we sell these things to.
Oh, we're gonna keep it?
If Granomir takes offense to seeing something that was once his, we can give it to him. But spreading our names around like that will just ask for more trouble.
Yeah.
I agree with Agony.
Alternately, once we have alleviated the infestation, then we could canvas around all we want.
You're right. Dugenschmer's the only landlord around these parts. So we go there, we beat up the other landlords because they like to sniff fairy dust. And then we become the landlords.
And they're rats.
They
Sniffing in general.
what the things they mentioned that they were doing, them and the entire gang, I think we need to deal with it. They are likely to send more,
So
and not just 2.
do we go on the defense or the offense?
I say offense, they know exactly where we are. We need to find out where they are.
Right, so we don't know where they are.
We don't. But we have a very large place to hide here.
Well, so you're talking like offensive defense? What we need is
Correct.
trail. So no. This should be easy. They've got the little thing. Look at they got the collar things. Just find somebody with the collar thing and ask them politely where the rest of the rat plague is.
You know who probably knows where they are?
Granomir.
The people who live in this town, or in this part of town. They probably know where to not go.
Dee Dee, here. There's a potion for you that this might be helpful. It gives her a potion of comprehend languages. In fact, here's some for all of you. They've been put at the bottom of your sheets.
Cool.
What about this one? This one allows you to
Or-
hide from undead. You know,
Under your potions
You know who we
listed
could
there.
hide from? That thing in the graveyard that we found. Because it's dumb.
I'll eventually need to destroy that thing. Who knows how many people it's killed.
Yeah.
But that definitely counts as some sort of infestation. Haunting, even.
I can turn invisible to Silken Dugan, so I think you should get this.
And she's gonna just dribble it over towards Capra.
Sneaky.
I think the best course of action here is to find one of their agents, and Dee Dee, if you're able to, follow which way they go. You find a large gathering of them, that's pretty much the direction. However, I'd say don't get yourself into any danger.
We grab one of them and shake it out of him.
There is that too, but we also have to kill him, which we don't need to at this point. Let's see where they go and what they do. DM put another party and knowledge.
We could relocate or tame them. Those are options too.
Oh, there is a DM the real DM point being requested as a throw out there. Allow the party and knowledge local to find the owner. It's being proposed.
Let's see.
Yeah, DD thing. And Capra.
Let's go back to the treasure.
Capra's not the knowledge-y kind of art.
And it's a DD thing.
Capra's a shoesty kind of art.
Okay, who owns the potions? Those are too difficult. Gold coins and silver coins is probably like the entire neighborhood. The old masterwork painting or masterpiece painting of an imperial galleon and probably the fire opal pendant likely are things that are distinct enough and valuable enough that
Wedding ring probably as well.
the wedding ring was a piece of junk. It was a silver zircon engagement ring. And 70 gold.
Yeah, just saying.
All right.
It would buy us a favor with somebody in the town.
Okay, she will look at the stuff and see if she remembers it, and I will subtract the DM point from the stream. Okay. First one is the masterwork painting. Second one is the fire opal pendant, and the last one is something random else in the treasure pile.
Something interesting as well, though. Actually, they didn't know who we are because they identified us when they saw us, right? Specifically, Slake. He didn't say, "There he is." They said, "Oh, look, it's him." That meant they didn't know who we were.
Do you know who probably knows this?
Who?
The Vecker guy. Old Vecker guy came in here saying, "Oh, it's my temple." I mean, if he's making claim to this, they're making claim to this, they probably know who each other's claims.
Indeed.
I recognize two of these things. That old galleon painting is actually from Granomir's.
Ah, he could own us.
I saw it in there because it was in behind something and it was a boat.
Well, all right, so we can go sell it back to Granomir.
And the goblin amulet.
He's also Granomir's?
No. Remember when we went to go shopping for your bow?
Hmm?
That was in the shop full of the hobgoblins.
Hmm.
It wasn't in the front of the shop. It was in the back. I went peeking. But it was hanging on the wall.
I say we return these items to their rightful owners, as this might be more of a boon for us with that owner.
I don't know. It's
Besides,
kind of
it's the right
magical.
thing to do.
It'll keep Dingleberry safe.
We could talk about returning the things after we deal with the infestation.
That's
I
true.
mean, we really would. They're infested all across the place, so really, it's just a reward for removing the infestation from their home.
We do a lot of business with Granomir. We do a lot of business with the hobgoblin guy.
We should return those items because they will be
No, we shouldn't.
happy.
Why would they be happy?
Well, in my opinion, if you were wronged by someone and they forcefully took something from you, and then a customer of yours returns it to you, you would likely be more.
Or
These rats have declared war on us.
well, that part's true. But
I'm with him.
The rats, they can't declare war. They've just made an infestation, and they're just horrible. But I mean, let's say, for example, that a rat comes and steals your cheese, and then the rat who stole your cheese ends up missing in a trap somewhere, and then the cheese that was stolen ends up back on the plate.
Oh, we should wait. We should wait. I agree about that. But I think eventually these items should go back to their owners once we've dealt with the situation.
Later, we'll talk about it later.
This is our chance. This is our chance to make a name for ourselves. No one's going to mess with the Steelrose gang.
We're the Steelrose what now?
What?
We're the Steelrose gang.
I don't like the word gang so much, but
I don't like the word bros. Neither do I.
How about the Steelrose sewing circle?
No. It's like,
conglomerate.
Cog just looks like it's like
the Steelrose gang.
Steelrose Trading Company. We do trade, and we're a company. Don't you like company? Company's nice.
Steelrose teeth collectors.
That could be one of the affiliates, or what you do.
Steelrose Crafters. Huh?
I don't think giving ourselves a name is a wise idea, says Agony. Why not? Our names will precede us. Together as one, we'll be much, much stronger.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we could call ourselves the Vecchiers, so we could just go out and say Vecchia. The Vecchia precedes us everywhere we go. Everybody knows all about us.
Yeah, Vecchia.
Vecchia, Vecchia.
That would be amusing.
Well, that one might be. They might have a claim on that one.
People in this neighborhood, although people in this neighborhood clearly know we live here, maybe if we thought a gang lived here, they would leave us alone. That's not how it's going to work. We're going to charge a bunch of rent from everyone in the neighborhood.
We're not doing that.
Well, I mean, as long as we're giving them something, I mean, like, if we're protecting them from the rats.
I'm not going to be a part of that. We are not taking anything from anyone.
Then how do you do business?
The honest way.
Right. You
Just
provide us
verifying I'm lawful good here. Give me a sec. So make sure I'm lawful and neutral. We could work something out.
How does economics happen in your brain?
Perhaps if we keep the other gangs, maybe they can supply us with things like
Whatever you want to call us. This rogue knows about the black market. We need to talk to him. And it's very nice of him to send his two goons over here with an offering.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But remember, they didn't see us. They didn't know who we were. But there is a contract. There must be something out there for us.
Oh,
They know.
I bet you it's those same assholes that tried to steal us when we were riding around in boxes, and he kind of like shoves Cog to like, hey, pay attention to me. Kind of like, yeah.
Hey.
Right then, as the gang leader of the Steelrose gang,
I don't like the word gang.
I'm saying that we've got to push them back. Our honor has been called to stake. Besmirch.
He's already got paint on and shit.
Yeah.
He's 5 steps ahead of everyone.
I like the idea of us wearing Vecchia around their necks to represent the Steelrose.
Oh, we make a gang that dress up like a Veckers.
No, wait. I have seen the Steelrose emblem around here somewhere. I'll be right back.
Right. Well, do we know the location of this person? Can lead us to the black market?
That's we asked around, and people said that the Rat King owns the neighborhood, and he'd know where the black market is.
How about the werewolf gang? A little fuck with that group.
We could call ourselves the Dragonettes.
That sounds like fun.
No.
Although, Dragoners, Dragonautas.
Come up with some sort of
Agony's just shaking his head.
So we need to find where they meet.
The
Who
fairy
they are.
dragons. Hmm?
What kind of things could we buy from the underground market?
Illegal stuff, I'm guessing.
And then probably like the best poisons, I'm guessing.
Yeah, they probably sell poisons. The things that the Imperials don't like people having.
Rat catchers are allowed certain portions of them in the correct dosages.
So it'd be a place where we can sell the rifle that we have, correct?
Yeah, we could sell them guns, although that's illegal. Better than us having it, because those things are dangerous.
It really does sound like we're making a trading company.
So a question then.
Steelrose Trading Gang.
How about? So we need a way to find out where they are.
We can ask around. Somebody's got to know something.
Granomir, he doesn't know.
I don't know. I didn't ask him where they were. I didn't learn anything from Granomir. I don't like his shop. His shop's cursed. I mean, there's lots of cursed things in there.
It's not cursed. There's a sign on the front that says it's not cursed.
Yeah, it's pretty much a lie.
Well, you didn't say it's not a lie.
Well, I don't think the whole shop is cursed, although it's spooky. I'm pretty sure there are cursed things in there, but there's like a large collection of cursed things. I don't know if we should buy magic items from him. Giving him stuff for gold, yeah.
Well,
Anyways,
why don't we go and ask him where the black market is?
If none of us like ship paintings, I could draw you a ship painting anyways.
You do a much better job.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, her drawing might not be worth 1,500 gold pieces.
We're gonna sell the fucking thing.
Make the facsimile. Make the fake.
Then.
Is it a real painting? Like a painting of an actual ship?
Yeah, it's an old masterpiece painting of an imperial galleon, and the galleon has a name. It has some heraldry on it, and there's some like stormy rocks. So it's an actual.
Are any people visible in the painting?
Like little shape, like silhouettes of people on deck.
Okay. I want to spend a DM point to, at a future date, have the contents of this painting be important for something.
Okay. So I'm gonna go to our DM coordination and go to plot threads, and I'm gonna say open, and I'm gonna copy pasta the old masterpiece painting.
Yes.
It has a clue, or is important, or it's a thread.
There's a thread there with this ship, or somebody on the ship, or the name of the thing, or... We're going to use that as a thing to teleport to. We're going to teleport to that boat in the future, or something. Plane shape to that boat.
Nice. All right, I have updated our threads and spent a DM point. You have one left.
That I should be at 0. Oh no, I should know I have one left because I have 4. Yep, one left. Nice.
Oh yeah, we could give it back to Granomir. Maybe we could try to give it back to him, and maybe get some information out of him, and not cursed.
Well, Granomir's kind of, I mean, let's be clear. If we assume that these rats with their cheese collecting has been appropriate in any way, shape, or form, then we could just give it back to him at a nice discount. And then with that discount, he could use, information to help us, assist us in the extermination or the routing of the rats. We could relocate them, we could train them, we could reintroduce them back as, pet rats.
Right.
You have confused me.
So I've got it. There are a few of them. Maybe we could use this as our sigil. And he comes back with an actual metal rose.
Which, in conversation, or...
I am creating the token now.
Okay.
The painting was an elaborate trap in the fire campaign.
So it's about the size of a rose. It's like a replica of a rose, but it is made out of iron and steel. What do you think about this?
Oh, it's pretty. Oh, it doesn't smell very good.
Oh, it doesn't smell, but it's like a rose. We can make a little emblem out of this.
Which map are we on?
Stairwell.
Oh, sorry. I'm very bad. Okay.
I don't mind it at all, actually.
I can make these if you find more of them. I could turn them into pins.
Yeah, they're here and there. I stooshed a couple away. Well, you didn't share with us? Well, they're pretty. Eh?
All right.
Alright, so we're gonna go to Granomir. We're gonna tell them we're the Steelrose Trading Company or Steelrose Gang Company, traders of the Steelrose Gang Company, or company of
Steelrose is fine.
with Steelrose. We sound like a
Steelrose.
metal band. It's a band where you smack metal bits together.
Fox, that's a beautiful idea, Fox. The painting was an elaborate trap for the pirate campaign.
Mythic character. We open the painting. The mythic pirate ship comes blasting out of it.
Arr! What the fuck?
Painting is a portal to the other world where the pirate campaign's happening.
You show up.
I feel at home
become
here.
a follower because we're nowhere near that power level.
The pirate campaign was supposed to be a mythic campaign too. So.
Yeah, it was Mythic Round 2, neutral boogaloo.
Nice. These are nice, is what Agony says. I'm still not sure we should give ourselves a name.
Well, you like it or not, the people will give you a name. If you don't name yourself, you're gonna get a name, and it might be like the Fairy Dragonettes or something. We should probably just assert ourselves.
Brand recognition is important. Brett keeps saying, "Give me one of his cards." Here's my card. They're infringing on my brand recognition.
Right? See, they've already added insult to injury.
Yeah.
No one's hurt still, are they?
Cap has. Oh, that one damage was healed on something.
You got
Or away.
Channeled. Yeah.
So, yeah. We could be exterminators. Steelrose exterminators.
I like it. So, it's just like.
No, I don't think you guys are. I don't think that word means the same thing you think it
Steelrose
means.
assassins or killers, perhaps. Murderers? I'll go with that.
That's not very good.
I don't know. I'm not a murderer.
Because that's what you're making us sound like. A bunch of murderers.
I suppose gang is the appropriate word, says Agony.
Oh.
That's right. It's appropriate. They're gonna call us anyways. We'll say Steelrose Godlings. They're gonna call us a gang.
Sticks and stones might break my bones, but the words of others only make me cry on the inside. Not on the outside.
So sticks and
You've
stones
got a
will break
weakness
our
to
bones.
sticks and stones.
Mythic Steelrose.
Cold iron sticks, not really happen, but cold iron stones, that's a couple times.
Right.
The Big Stones Gang.
Fine. What is our next move? Are we on offense or defense? I say offense. Point me in the right direction, says Slake.
I'm actually with Slake on this one. Need to find out who they are and where they
We
are.
should talk to Granomir and ask him. We should sell Granomir his painting, and then ask about. No. We should sell Granomir the rats, stolen cheese, and then we can ask him about where we could find other cheese that the rats have stolen.
Sure.
And then
Not it.
Minus his
She
painting.
pushes the
correct?
painting towards you. It's like leaning up against you.
Minus the painting.
we'll go sell the painting. We'll bring this painting over.
Yeah, right. Spriggans are. There's something wrong with Granomir. I don't think we're going to get much rent out of him, to be honest. I don't think we're going to want rent from him.
Right. Well, and then this could be the service.
But maybe he'll be a fence.
A what? Says
Agony. Oh, no, nothing. A wall.
Yeah. They're used to keep out the varmints.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what I meant.
Right then.
Dee Dee's giggling, but also like not quite getting it.
All right, let's do it. Perhaps he can direct us and put us in the right direction.
Let's see what Granomir currently has in his shop.
You've been to Granomir's a few times, so you know what.
I'm just looking at his current item.
Yep.
Because I'm thinking that we might just, instead of going, give us a bunch of money for this painting, we might go, why don't we trade it for one of the items that's worth less than what half the painting's worth? Or he might tell us to F off. That's also possible. Okay, we go to Granomir's shop. Or
Okay.
Capra will go to Granomir's shop.
Yeah, who's going with Capra? Dugan's going to go hunting around for more steel roses. He's found a few of them. He's trying to find enough for all of you.
Who has the other stone that is a message?
Dugan's got one stone and Cog's got the other one.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go to the creepy old man's breaking shop and try not to be turned into a cabbage.
Somebody should go with Capra.
I'd really like it if somebody came with me to make certain I wasn't a cabbage.
Steel exterminator.
I'll stand watch. It's probably best that I'm not seen.
Yeah,
So Slake will stand
maybe
watch.
a dragony friend or
Fine.
a guy with a big hat or...
I will come
Fine.
with you, Capra.
and won't be turned into a cabbage.
I'll spend some time with Slake. Oh, you like us.
That's
Squish.
one grunt for yes, two grunts for no.
Alright, they're going to move some of you guys to the outside. Where is it? Outside entrance. No. Outside.
How close are we to leveling, by the way? Just out of curiosity.
You're ridiculously far.
I think we're second in a bit.
Yeah.
For fuck's sakes.
Oh, there's a big power spike for me because of the whole getting the mutagen thing.
I just got used to like every game. Oh, you leveled again. Woo!
Yeah, because we
Let's see
were
what other
jamming
useless
fast so that we
That
could,
was also a system test.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, the group of you saunters across the street. You can see that Granomir, for some reason, is closed early. Hey, take some...
What the fuck is it?
We want to do some business. We're having a problem with an infestation.
Would you? Shush.
He looks at the painting that you're holding.
He's like holding it up like this.
There's just like this twitching, twisted anger across his face.
Come on in.
Thank
Takes a
you.
step off to the side.
Do.
He makes the falsest of smiles at all of you as you walk in.
Hi.
He then pokes his head out, like he checks to see if there's anyone in the street, and then closes his door, and then you can see puts a bar across and then locks like 6 locks across the front of the door.
Yeah. So,
He gives you a look like, what are you looking at kind of thing. Like
how's business?
Fucking business is fine.
Perfect. So running a factory is going all right too. Although we did have a problem with a couple of infestations recently. One of them had to do with rats, and rats drink up the darndest of things.
Rats, you say?
Yeah, horrible pests. They do all sorts of things. They get in there and they chew up stock and they pluck away things that they shouldn't.
That's funny.
he pours himself, so he was drinking some tea, pours himself some tea and doesn't offer you any. He sits there and he's sipping at it. He puts a bunch of like sugar cubes into the tea. he takes the whole like thing where the sugar cubes are coming out of and puts it underneath the counter, like he doesn't want you guys nipping any of his sugar. And he sits there and he stirs his little tea angrily, and
So
licks
we
the spoon. And he was going to put the silver spoon onto the table and also puts that underneath the counter. He's now looking at Cog, but more so not like I'm interested in what you're saying, but more so like appraising him and getting a good look at him.
Yep.
He's sipping the tea, but like looking you over.
What we were saying about the rats.
Yeah, see, I'm a rat catcher, and that's a job from the Imperium. And we're supposed to basically remove rats as part of my duty to humanity. And, I mean, as a Fae, I'm supposed to serve humanity. So, what we were thinking was that...
Yes, we have to serve the humans. Because their lives are so important, so self-centered. What a wonderful empire this is.
Yeah,
Exactly what I was thinking.
Empire is amazing.
Yes.
So I was thinking that since the rats were dragging this thing around, we could probably take one of these.
He's pointing at the Bear's Endurance Potion, which is well under the value of the painting.
Something like this, and we could sell this to you, but take one of those, and then you could help us figure out where to root out the infestation.
You didn't happen to find any other boat paintings, did you?
Well, we didn't know you had a penchant for boats. No, we're not able to boat paintings yet, but we'll keep an eye out.
Is Dewdrop here with you? I told her it is rude to enter someone's shop without turning visible.
No, she didn't come. She's afraid of you.
What about Dugenschmaff? Are you here, Doogie?
No, he's not here
He's not supposed to be here.
either.
If he's here, I'm going to take responsibility for it.
I have interest in that painting. I know someone who wants it.
You can give me a sense motive if you want.
Okay. Is someone named Granomir?
Hey, you rolled well, 19.
27.
Yeah, he wants it.
Huh.
He's also trying to hide the fact that he wants it.
Yep.
Well, if
I'll
you've got a
give
fire,
you-
I don't-
And he opens up a little drawer. You can't see into it from the vantage point. You can hear him clinking around in it, and he puts out a couple of like really small pouches.
100 gold pieces for it.
We did our we appraised it.
It's a nice painting. It's just, did we appraise it? Let me have a look.
What do we think it's worth?
Dee Dee got a 18 on the appraisal.
Appraises DC 20 plus
Yep.
rarity.
Yep.
So it didn't fail by enough to be wildly off. We just don't know its exact value.
Yeah, we're gonna say that you are. You are this many tens of percentage off in value. You are 20% off in value, and I'm going to say 1 is low and 2 is high. You actually think it's worth more than it is. You think it's worth
1800.
1,800 gold. He's offering you 100. Like he's trying to like lowball you.
Well, how about you tell us where we can, help serve the humans by getting rid of rats, and you throw in that potion over there that I've been eyeballing.
There's a Bear's Endurance Potion. Worth 300 gold pieces.
Information in a potion.
Yeah.
An ugly old painting like that.
Yeah, but I mean, you already have a buyer lined up. You can already be able to turn it over like right away, and you'll get to know that you're helping out humans by helping get rid of the rat infestation. And I'm certain the rats have all sorts of cheese and bits and bobs around that are going to have to go somewhere.
He smiles. a very false smile. He gets up, hobbles over to the case where the potion is, slips his hand in and pulls out the potion and comes back and puts it on the table in front of him.
What if I just slip this into my tea and drink it?
Well, if I remember what it does properly, it means that you'll have, like, if you put any, like, whiskey in your tea or whatever, it won't be as potent. Additionally, it would, like, I don't know. If
Fine.
you're going to go for a run, you'd run further.
Potion, and I'll tell you where there are some thieves.
I prefer the term rats, but rats do steal things.
Give me another
So you don't
sense
have
motive.
anything that lets me, like, exterminate rats or thieves, but I do have a card that says I can exterminate rats.
Give me another sense motive.
Okay. Good point. Is it the wrong view? Oh, missed by 2.
Cog?
Oh, sense motive?
Yeah,
Yep.
if you're paying attention.
I am. I thought it was only Capra.
No,
You're part of the conversation.
he's standing there and he's making a deal.
No, 11.
Okay, let's
How
see.
does your monk have a +4 sense motive?
I didn't put any ranks in it.
Watch this.
Very
Watch
simple.
this. Agony sense motive is just a naked roll.
Better than I did.
Wow! I brought the guys for most. They're muscle. That's what they are.
Yeah.
Down at the end of the block, on the left, there's an old blue sign. It used to be a washer's business. You'll find some thieves there.
He snickers a
Right.
little bit and slides the
Rat thieves, correct?
he slides the potion across the table.
Okay.
Rat thieves, correct?
He's now ignoring Cog. You didn't break his sense motive, so
We're going to slide the painting over to him.
yep. He slides the painting back, and he's like, he mutters something. He goes, "Piece of 8."
If we find any more paintings about boats, we'll bring it Big Sir to see if maybe your buyer wants other boat paintings too.
Yes. I will pay with potions.
Your original sense motive, though, for how much he likes the paintings, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's still like he really wants these.
Granomir is interested in collecting
Boat paintings.
boat paintings that are called collectively or individually
The
a
8.
piece of 8, which is the old term for a pirate Spanish coin. Like a piece of 8 was like a
Yeah.
bit sort of thing, but yeah, piece of 8.
All right. So, better go and see if we can deal with infestations. I feel mighty dirty. Do you
And
feel dirty? I think I can get back my trousers cleaned.
And
I
we'll
don't
say,
have any trousers, but if I did have trousers, I'd want them cleaned.
and we'll say that this painting is a piece of 8, number 4,
Nice.
updated in the.
Okay, so now we're going to slowly. Could you help us with the door? Because you've with the bed, the slidey, and the clippy, and the thingy, and the locky, and the thing. And, I mean, I could probably unlock them, but that would take a while.
He wiggles his fingers, and something kind of goes down, like invisible, goes down through the shop. There's a couple of items jingling as they go, and then all of a sudden,
You could use some
All right.
oil off of it.
Leave it. I like the way it sounds. Be careful on your way out. You
Be
break
careful with
it, you...
leaving your sugar exposed like that. You might get ants. If you do get ants, let me know. I can help you out with that.
okay, give me d20 rolls. If you roll 1, you accidentally break something on the way out.
Oh please God.
Oh, oopsie!
I'm gonna keep walking.
I so want be a cursed item with a point.
All right, it was something crystalline. It definitely kind of teetered on this table that like it's one of the legs was cut like an inch shorter, and the corner was like jutting out, so it was like teetering, and it was on the edge and smash. You buy it. he's
Oh, gotta go,
okay. Give me an initiative to see if he can command his unseen servant quicker to close the door than you guys can get out of the door. So, otherwise, there might be a scene of you forking over some gold.
He's already got an extra 1,200 gold pieces out of us on this encounter.
That's true too. Granomir's initiative. Where is it? Oh, he's fast when he's little.
18 is the total.
19. The unseen servant isn't very strong, so you could just kind of like open the door.
We're just gonna open the door and go.
You leave him fuming as you guys exit the shop. I guess Agony also needed to roll. He didn't break anything. It was a 92 gold piece item that you smashed.
God.
Darn thing about those rats, eh?
Door slams angrily behind you guys as you leave. You can hear it locking.
Always amusing, that one.
We're gonna give Agony the potion of bear's endurance.
Wonder if
Here, it's supposed to help you with the burps.
Yep. Oh, that's right. His breath weapon's con-based, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Alright, so I will go to... Now, that transaction counts as how much transaction through the merchant? Is that a 1,800 gold piece transaction, a 300 gold piece transaction?
Yeah, 1,800.
Okay. 6,000. We're over halfway there. I'll ignore the 90 gold pieces if that goes transaction later. I think we're just going to be
1,000 gold and 92.
You could have probably walked out of there and purposely tipped over a few things. God, that bowl always gets me. Rolling around in some rickety table.
You should really get that fixed.
Okay, you guys go scooting across the street.
Don't worry.
You can overhear like a conversation between Slake and Dee Dee, which is really, really one way.
Don't worry. We'll help you find the Anvilbrows, and we'll reunite you with your clan, and we'll be all happy when you're back with your family.
Yeah, we'll make certain that we get the infestation out of your home.
If they're alive.
Oh, there's gotta be some left. You gotta have hope,
Well,
Slade.
that infestation's alive now for sure.
We know where they are.
What are you doing back there?
Nothing.
Oh, you look so happy, Slade.
The smiley face has a fresh coat of paint on the outside of the full plate. Now, this has a good chance of him finding it if he ever takes off the full plate. He doesn't get tired, so he's just gonna wear it all the time.
Theoretically, he should maintain it from time to time, but
Yeah.
So while we go get your robe cleaned, and maybe we'll find some rats there.
He knows where they live.
Well,
Give us a location.
he gave us an indication. So if they don't have, we could talk to them. They might not be the main place.
Durgan, quick, picking flowers and get out of here.
Late.
All right, Kev, while I'm gone, you're in charge. If anybody touches anything, you're gonna get it. Don't worry, Kev. I'm just trying to look big in front of the others.
All right, so you guys go down the street, and I'm just gonna drag you on the same map way off to the right-hand side. And it's way at the end of a street. There's an old building that has a like a faded blue sign out of it, and it's some sort of like it's like an old like white bearded fisherman type guy, and he's got like a one-handed telescope, and he's kind of like at the end of his boat standing strong, and there are a bunch of dancing whales, and it's called the Whale Washers instead of the Whale Watchers.
Got it. Amusing. Amusing.
It's like an old like painted advertisement outside the building for the services of the building.
Oh, Dee Dee, keep an eye out for paintings of pirate boats. Granomir likes paintings of pirate boats. I mean, somebody Granomir sells too.
Pirates? Well,
Or, well, is any nice painting of a boat, I guess.
Okay, the place looks like it's all boarded up. Let me draw the building and a few buildings around it. It's actually only like a few buildings down.
We might be close enough that when they're like, "Where?" I wonder where they went. They might not think of it. How does the sewer system work here?
It's big. It's a city built.
Like it's like a
Storm.
Like
it has big stone. It has big industrial storm drains, and like industry probably dumps all their shit into the storm drains as well. So, yeah.
That's why we have the spell Gentle Breeze that just wafts the poopy smell away from your face.
Okay, you guys are standing there.
Yep. Does it look like the door's been open recently? Survival on the...
Yeah, go ahead and give me a survival on the door.
14. We're really good at this.
No, it looks all boarded up.
Interesting. Fascinating.
The windows are boarded up as well.
Slake's gang name eventually is going to be Happy. He's just going to be called Happy.
That's funny. They're all gonna get gang nicknames.
Slake's nickname will end up being Happy because he always has a smile.
That's funny.
It's on the back of his head.
Das von your Thar.
Jolly.
Green Jolly.
Okay, it doesn't look like anybody uses this front door in a while. There is an old rain bucket that is... It looks like it's been placed out here to keep the rain from... Like, it's dribbling off of like a broken eaves, and it might actually be hitting the front stoop and dribbling in, and somebody's got like an old moldering rain bucket kind of out front.
Survival?
Okay.
How do people get in here?
I think we're going to go sneak around back, but Kaga's take a look.
Okay, which way? There's another street, like it's right on the corner. So this is.
We want to do the back.
Okay.
Let's do a walk around.
Okay. There's a little bit of trash and stuff at the front of the alleyway, but you get the sense that it's commonly moved. You can see like some boards and stuff, like an old pallet kind of like.
Why don't Clunky and Bunky over there just stand around, and the rest of us will go take a sneaky poo? We don't want to startle the infestation.
Okay, there is a door that like medium sized. You draw the door. The weird thing about the door is that there are all sorts of like thumbtacks, nails, and metal studs that have been just nailed into the door. Like your studded
People
armor.
frequently mount posters.
No, it is head to toe. It is like some sort of art. It's all rusty. Some of them are newer. Some of them are older. And the track is obvious through the garbagey way that that people come to and fro. I do need a survival check though, as you're looking at the tracks.
Okay.
Is Cog looking of it or?
Coggle. I can lead. I think your survival's better than mine, dude.
I got +7.
You aid me.
21.
23.
Okay. There are also little lizardy chicken like tracks. You find some poop and a dead cat that looks like it's been like eaten.
Huh.
The little turds are like little lizard turds.
Nature?
And there's something weird with the cat corpse, like it's
It's an undead cat.
no. It looks like it.
Like
It
the
definitely-
little chicken dinosaurs from like Jurassic Park 2.
Give me a knowledge nature. You're gonna get a bonus because you rolled really well with your.
There's little lizard chickens here.
I rolled that one.
Well, you get a 10, which means that you aid with your knowledge nature.
I don't have knowledge.
Oh, I see. So 10 is a type. There are little animals.
There's animals.
I didn't add the bonus. I don't know what the bonus is. I didn't add it.
Do you have any? Do you have knowledge as a skill? Do you have knowledge nature?
Yeah, no, the bonus that Marty was talking about.
Okay, yeah. They're animals and they're lizards. They're little lizards.
Does it
We're-
smell like ozone in this alley?
And we're talking about tiny lizards. You at first thought they were chickens, but now you think they're like little lizards.
These are some sort of lizards.
On 2 feet or on
2
4
feet.
feet?
Sometimes 4, but 2 most of the time.
We're gonna sneak up to this door.
And their tracks are all around. Like there's some garbage at the front and there's garbage at the back. It's almost like these little things get let out, and they run around in this little alleyway, and then they get let back in.
Capper's shaking his head. Garbage everywhere. How are you supposed to? It's gonna...
And then there's this like all sorts of metal studs along this door.
We're going to listen at the door.
Okay. Okay, you also see climb or swim check. There is a balcony.
window?
There's a little window that's up high, but it would be hard to reach. And
I will try to climb it.
and the bricks are very, very smooth along underneath around that window.
And there's a stiff breeze, so the fly doesn't work. No, I'll try to climb my way up there.
Yeah, it's a DC 30 climb.
I will fall my ass off the wall. No, the DC 30 here. Like, if I have it, I can't possibly do it. I think I know. Like I can see something I can't possibly do.
Yep.
If I had
There's
at least
always
one
like a
point
skill challenge as part of these things, right?
Yep. But
And then the DC 35 check is just beyond all of you to figure something out about the lizards, but whatever.
Mhm. Okay, we're gonna check to see if the door's locked.
Okay,
Quietly.
give me a stealth and then a
Quietly.
just a stealth check.
Quietly. Loudly. 17.
All right.
Cog has a potion in his hand. I'm like,
Distance.
any second now.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So Cog, when you kind of jiggled the locked door,
Yeah.
you actually heard like a, and a little claw and some like little head comes snapping out of it. Oh yeah, it's a little compy. There's one that's chirping on the other side of the door, like it knows somebody's out there. And then you hear somebody's here, and kind of like some scrambling of furniture, like maybe 2 or 3 people in there. Initiative, I think, is what happens.
Capper's going to hold up 3 fingers, and he's going to go, hey! Going to initiate the bluffing. So I'm looking to buy some cheese.
All right, we'll add the compies. Boop.
Just Capper rolling around the ground, being eaten to death by little dice.
Somebody named Green Scout. Oh, look at that initiative.
Improved initiative, little son of a bitch, isn't he?
Yeah.
I guess.
And Cog, you're at a +2 temp.
For mutagen, yeah.
Or is your mutagen?
Well,
off?
mutagen will last.
You don't have it in your face yet, or is that the one that you were?
No, it was a
More than
shield.
30 minutes.
Last one's a shield that I have. I haven't drank anything yet.
So it doesn't have the initiative bonus.
Okay. Okay. The initiative called for them. They were alert for whatever reason.
I think it's just past feeding time or whatever for the little campies or whatever.
Yeah, they were just sitting inside or something like that. But yeah, you heard somebody here and some like people getting up. Dugan Schmurf. I think we're gonna have a look at that upstairs window.
Yeah. There's a bunch of them.
He flies to the window. The window has shutters, but the shutters are not locked in any way, and he can see that there is a small room up there with a door and like an actual bench, like somebody sits up here, like could sit up here and watch the alleyway. So Dugan Schmerf just basically moves, and then he throws open the
Shutter.
the shutters, and he will hide on the outside of it, just to, like, he flutters in, he does that, and then he just hides around the side. If somebody wanted to give me a stealth check, that'd be great.
Sure. Let me grab you the dubes.
He did that because he can hear somebody, like, running up the steps.
Rolled a 3, whatever his bonus is.
His stealth is plus 23, so 26.
Okay.
Wow.
Dewdrop moves. She sprinkles some fairy dust on an arrow and readies invisibly to fire through the open window at whoever's running up the steps, and Dugan's like, yeah. Agony. I guess Agony sees Capra moving back and will like move through the trash. Difficult terrain for 1 square. Gets to there with a move. Are we fighting?
Depends what opens the door.
Okay, he will cast a shield spell. And I think he casts his mage armor before coming to this place.
Oh, beat up thugs, yeah.
Yeah. He even gave Cog a fucking mage armor. There we go.
So the braces of armor stacks with
Shield.
doesn't stack with shield, right?
No, braces of armor are the same as mage armor.
Oh, okay, so it's mage armor. That's a 3, not a 4. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so that's Agony. He's got his polearm in hand. He casts a spell and moves forward. The compies, they're still digging at the door. There's at least a couple of them trying to squeeze underneath the door. So Capra sees these little bastards, like their little claws and things, peeking out underneath. Tokens are required. What are you, compies?
Compe. Oui, compe.
They're small, like be in the same square. They're so cute.
Look at that.
Dingle.
I've come in search of cheese. I heard that you would have cheese here. I asked around and they said this was the right place to get some cheese.
You rat bastards.
Could you confirm or deny whether this is the correct location to get cheese?
Did he say cheese? You hear somebody say, I think so. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Who's there?
I catch rats and I am looking for cheese.
Okay. Be a bluff check.
Alright, we're gonna...
Cog?
Cog's actually just moving up. What are we doing? He hasn't drank his potion yet. He's getting into stance. Green stance.
There's two of them, plus a bunch of lizards. I'll just step on like he's like in front of the door. There's two of them, bunch of lizards.
So, do you still do laundry here? What's the deal?
You still do laundry here. Alright, you got this, or do you want me to take care of it? I got this. Alright, so you can hear some guy, like, right behind the door.
Yeah, so do you do laundry? I mean, I could really use a good launderer. I spend a lot of time in the sewers, so I get kind of smelly.
You can hear something.
I'm not too big on pants, but tunics. And
You hear
shirts
something
and
very
jackets.
big and metally scrape against the ground just inside the door, like a weapon of considerable size was being picked up, like shink, kind of a shink.
That sounds really heavy. Do you use that to sort of smack out like a big rug or something? Like the thing to beat the dust out of the rug? Part of the job?
Slake is readying his tower shield and moving forward. And moving forward. The fuck? Like you hear it. So...
Be careful with those jugs of water. You won't want to, knock anything over.
Alright, the door opens and there is a half-orc woman that is standing at the door. She has got... she's got like a leather jerkin which has got like faux studs in it. Like it's just a jerkin with lots of
It's a fashion jerkin.
It's a fashion jerkin over top of a chain shirt. She does have a bow in her hand, but she does not see the friendship arrow that is flying through toward. Oh my God, Dee Dee. So, no bard song, point blank shot is plus 12, 14, flat-footed green scout is 14, so she got hit. The plus 3 will save, makes the save.
Barely save you.
Yep. Dee Dee appears.
The friendship arrows are like the other arrows where they do no damage?
Yeah, they're no damage charm person arrows. and she snarls. That was Dee Dee's ready. Then it's now. So she moved, opened up the door. That triggered the ready. So she moves to the edge. Oh, she says. She yells back downstairs. There's a whole bunch of them in the alley.
Yeah, we got lots of dirty laundry.
I think she fires. I think she's drawing her bow. Fuck off! Is what she says, and she's pointing it at Dee Dee.
Hey, you shouldn't talk to her like.
Yeah, you shouldn't talk to her like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's stealth. He's stealth. He's
Dugenschmirf.
oh, he's gonna.
Yeah, so
from stealth.
yeah, she does not see Dugenschmirf, so she is flat-footed. As
Okay.
Dugenschmirf sends a horrible, horrible little missile her way.
He's gonna from the pointest of blankest.
Yep.
Critical threat. AC 21.
In her chain, flat-footed, is 14.
Okay, so that's 2d6 plus 2d6 plus.
No, crit.
2d6 sneak attack plus 2d6.
Roll the crit.
Oh, shit.
1d100.
Sorry, I get you. I was going to say, but no, they're critical damage reduced, effect free unarmed attack, no AOO. He doesn't threaten.
So he can with his
regular
attack.
damage.
With his attack, he can push her around or pull her down or.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Can you disarm?
3d6
Make her
plus-
fall out of the window.
No!
so 13 damage,
Oh!
and we will bull rush her out of the window.
So you're doing a pull maneuver with your telekinetic force. So you're kind of like
Yeah.
you get a backlash. You're like, oh, I gotta. Go, okay.
And what would be the
Just your CMB is right.
CMB? Okay. We might roll a 20. 11. 8.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of like with this backlash of telekinetic energy. You try to tug her out the window, and she shrugs that off.
Okay, and we're gonna
Run to attack is what she says. She
we're
seems
gonna,
really,
he's gonna fly
really,
back to his
really,
outrage.
really panicked. Dewdrops. Oh shit! She's gonna fire a sleep arrow at the lady. AC 17.
She's an archer. She had 14 before, so I'm assuming what's her dex?
Her AC is
18 dex.
17.
Yeah.
Will save versus the sleep. She fails. Run attack! Oh shit! Ooh,
Does she fall out the window?
No, she kind of like sits down
I'm
on the
certain
bed.
she's fine. You should open the door. Your little lizard guys are hungry.
Agony. She's
I'm
gonna
certain
delay.
you'd like some goat to chew on.
Compies. Dingleberry.
So the door was locked, I'm assuming, when I went and...
Yep, it's got a little lock on it. It's not a very hard lock. It's a simple lock. It's at DC 20.
Okay, I do not know how to do that. So I think we're going to...
Hey, oh, here we go.
we'll do a part song, and then we'll attempt a strength check to open sesame the door.
Okay. Let's have a. So you're trying to put your hoof through the door.
I'm gonna hoof through the door.
Let me see. Break doors.
Hmm.
Hey, oh, here we go.
All right.
We're putting our shoulder into the nail-filled door.
Break down a simple door is DC 13. Break down a good door is 18. It's not a strong door. It's probably not like a paper thin indoor door, so we'll say it's 15. DC 15 is it's a dilapidated building that they've.
Boom! Shakalaka!
Bam! All right, there is a just a dirty like mud room inside this area.
Here's Dingo!
There's like a mud room and then some steps, some stairs that probably lead up to that other room up above, maybe a closet, and a door that leads to a couple other rooms. There's some old wash basins in here and a table, and yeah, there's a guy with a great axe on the other side of the door, and these little compies look just like they're going to attack. So Dingle, you...
I used all my actions.
Okay.
I'm now standing here like a schmuck.
Cog? The creatures are tiny. You can run right through their squares.
He doesn't see this to be too threatening. He's going to put down the shield potion. He drinks the mutagen. And then he's going to tumble through the other side.
Okay. Yeah, I guess entering the compy square, that actually incurs an AO. Yeah, so there's a tumble. To go through the compy square is DC 14. And then to get by the guy with the great axe is DC 16.
Okay.
Isn't it +5 for going through the square?
Yeah, the compies are tiny. Their CMD is 9.
Oh, yeah. No, okay. I got you. I was just...
Oops. Not 20. It's...
you rolled a natural 20, so
you somersault over the compies, roll, and come up beside the guy. The guy is barely, like, bringing his axe back for a swing. He looks really scared at this point.
Does he have a rat pelt on his neck?
No, he's got a stylized leather jerkin with all these studs on it. Some of the studs look like they've been carved from bone. And the Iron Stud Gang Tough is...
Where's your necklace?
I would have to go and smash some of Granomir's shop up.
He's wearing the Iron Stud thing on top of the chain shirt. And you don't see rat tokens anywhere. And you also don't get much of a sense that many people live here.
Well, where's your necklace? You're supposed to have a necklace.
He's trying to take off. He's absolutely like petrified of whatever this cog thing is. And you got like demon-footed Fae breaking down our door. He's gonna swing his great axe at the intruders. He's gonna rage. He's just now in an angry state. His great axe is flying at Cog. Let me just check the treasure. AC 10.
No.
Alright, Slake. Takes the AOs from the copies and will just stay in their square. He's like stepping on them. But they'll take their AOs.
There's 2 of them or 4 of them? How many?
2 of them. Two. Yeah, they're biting at Slake, and he's kind of kicking at them, but not like attack way. And he's just gonna put his fist through this thug. Rage and flank hits. 1d4 plus. There's a bard song?
Yes, there is.
Slake's just gonna murder light. 20 damage.
All right.
He's still standing. He's like, oh! And he turns around, and there's again raging, like angry, but just this look of horror. Doesn't understand what he's fighting. Like doesn't.
Yeah.
When he woke up
He's
this
not
morning,
the one. This is.
I think we got the wrong guys. Hey guys, everybody just come down there. We got the wrong guys.
all right, Green Scout. She's basically sitting on the bench with her bow in her lap, sleeping. Dugan